So now this is my cabinet. Okay, so let's see if it works, right? Because I want this to be using for different for actual different versions of my cabinet. I want to use it initially for the door cabinet, but also for the drawer, and for the doors for different types. So let's see if that works. Here, let's change this to maybe 600. Hit apply, and yes, it works. Very good. So we have our first piece, 900. Hit apply. Hit OK. Now the next step will be pretty much to add material to it. I'm not gonna do it. I'm gonna skip that part. It's quite first simple. You just select it. I don't want to waste time on that since this is a complicated piece. So I just want to get moving. But if you select the piece, and you go material, you can choose here a material. So I'm just gonna leave it with the default material. I'm gonna make everything in the default material, so I get to go. Okay, so I have this piece right here. So that's gonna be my first piece. Now the next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna create the doors. Now for the doors I need this height. The height of the door, it is not going to change. Okay, so let's see. Let's go to from view. I'm just gonna measure this for the to have. So my door, I want it to be 660. Okay. 660. That's what I need. I'm gonna save this, and the door also need to be 430. Okay, so notice that this one I don't log, don't do anything. I just use it to visualize what is the dimension that I need. So my next step is I'm going to close this family, don't need it open anymore, and I'm going to develop my doors. So I can close it, I can leave it open. I think I'm gonna close it so I can run faster. I think I'm gonna leave it open because I need this reference. So 430. Let me write this down somewhere. Looking for them. So 430 times 660. Okay, so now I can close this thing and create a new family. Also a generic model. And I'm gonna say this right away as a door. So now I'm working on the door. Same technique. I'm gonna need a couple of reference frames. I'm gonna make these 2 centimeters deep. So let's just change this to UM. Then change to millimeters. Hit OK. Hit OK here. Reference plane. So we're gonna go 10 here. So go pick a line. So I'm gonna pick the axis up and down. I think I just duplicate. Sorry. Just duplicate this. You gotta get closer. Okay. So go back here. Make sure it's 10. Pick. Okay. Then I need the width. The width is 430. So for 430. That's 430. 215. So we're gonna go 215 each side. Okay. Okay, so we have the width already. Let's go for the top. Let's go for the top of it. I mean for the height. Let's go to front view. And I can give it the right height here, but it is the same thing actually. So I'm just going to create a height of 660. So create a reference 660. So that's my door right here. So let's put some dimensions to it. The height is gonna be the same for me always. Okay. Yes, it's going to be the same always. So that's going to be 660. That's not going to change for me. Next thing is go back here to reference. And also the 20, it's going to be the same. It's not going to change, so might as well look this. What is going to change, what is definitely going to change, is the width of the door. I want this door to serve me in many different situations, so I want them to be able to give me different width, like for different cabinets. So for the width of the door, I definitely want to make or create a parameter. So I just want to make sure I'm going to change this to 10 and it's 430, and then I'm going to create a parameter. So select the dimension, create parameter. It's going to be a family parameter, it's going to be a type parameter, and the name is going to, let's call this door W. Hit OK. And the next thing is I'm going to constrain, because I don't want for me to happen the same thing that happened before, that when you stretch the door goes in one direction. I want to grow in both directions at the same time, keep it centered. So for that, remember last time we constrain our parameter. So click twice. When you get here, you go equal. That's all we need. So right now this thing is a parameter for 30, and also is constrained to the center of the family. So no matter how much this thing is, it's going to distribute equally in both sides of the family. Good. So I guess next thing we need to do is to create the actual geometry. So for that, it's going to be quite easy. It's going to be an extrusion. So I can do it from the front or from the top. Since we are on the top, let's do it from here. Hit a rectangle here. Make sure this is locked, this is locked, this is locked, and this is locked, and as we're in here. Okay, let's see from the front view. Let's see what we got. So we got the door in here. Don't need to actually lock to the floor. Okay, take it here and look in here to the 60. I think that's fine. Let's see the 3D view. Let's test it while we're here. Let's say I want my door to be 700. Yeah, and so far it's working. 430. So far it's working great. Now what I need to do now is, what I actually wanted to do is, Wi-Fi. I have the box, I have the door. I want to work on the drawer faces, right? Now for the drawer faces, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my door and save as a different family, because it pretty much has everything that I need. Okay, it has a parameter for the width, it has It has all the reference frame that I want. The only thing I needed is to add a parameter for the height, right? I need to add a parameter for the height, okay? So that's pretty much the only thing I need to change from this one. So you gotta be careful here, okay? You need to save the door as. Otherwise, if you continue working, you're gonna get to the drawer phase, but you're gonna lost this one, okay? So it's definitely not a good idea. So you gotta make sure you save this as. So first save it, and then save as. Save as a family, and I'm gonna call this drawer. Okay. And now I suggest you to look in here, okay? Now I'm working a drawer file, okay, instead of the door. Very important for you to look at here, because I cannot tell you how many times I thought I was working in a particular file and I was working in another one and made a mess, okay? It's quite easy to do that. Okay, so I don't have to do much to this. Only thing, go to the front and maybe delete, unlock this one and make a parameter out of this one. I'm gonna make a parameter out of this, and I'm gonna call this drawer high. And let's go to the top view. And maybe here, and door, I'm gonna rename this one. Okay, probably only one view. Okay, let me go to the front view, because and I'm going to actually constrain this again. Apply constraint here. Yeah. Okay, let's see first if the height work. So for my drawers, I want them to make them instead of 630, I want this to be 220. Hit OK, hit apply, and it actually work. That's very nice. So let's see if this thing work. Okay, the width. Let's make this 600. Hit apply. Yeah. So let me take it back to 430. Hit apply. Hit OK. Okay. Very good. Let me say this. So this is what we have so far. Okay, we save this one, and we're gonna take a 5 minutes break. And yeah, I'm gonna take a 5-minute break. I'm gonna take a 5-minute break, and then we continue. We're gonna start putting together everything. I want to do a handle, and then we're gonna continue. We're gonna finish this piece. Let's see here.